Hi, I am Dr. Tiffany Wall with New Beginnings Chiropractic, and today I'm going to demonstrate just some alternate ways to do burping when it comes to working with your babies. So, usually what we see is the back pat. So whether they're on your chest here or on your leg supported and doing it here, that can be a lot of repetition of direct pressure on their spine and the rib heads as they come in and attach on the spine. A lot of times what I have been able to see my newborns coming in that are struggling with just like constant crying is those rib heads are affected by that repetition. It's not like there's one particular pat that caused the whole downward spiral. It's the fact that you're burping babies, especially newborns, often, and sometimes there's babies that are a little bit more difficult to burp, so that you're getting a little bit more aggressive, not aggressive, but more pressure with each pat, and then you're doing that several times per feeding, and then every feeding throughout their day, throughout their week, and that can add up to be a lot of stress. So having alternate ways can be really helpful so that you're changing up what you're doing, but you might find that one of these is really excellent, and it takes almost no time at all once you figure out what works best for your baby. So the two that I usually demonstrate are, I call them the wiggle and the jiggle. So the wiggle, you can have baby against you or on your leg, but you're essentially just gonna hold right at the base of their pelvis, right at their booty, and then you're gonna kind of wiggle all the way up their back. It's just enough to get those air bubbles to come out. Again, you can do the same thing on your leg, lean them forward, support their head, and then just wiggle. This is a teeny tiny doll, so it's not super representative of a big old newborn, but that's a great way to just kind of wiggle the air up. The other one is called the jiggle, and so holding baby here, kind of hold right at their booty, and then just do a little jiggle. Do not shake your baby, but this is just a little bit of a jiggle to kind of get those air bubbles up. You can do that with like seated and just using your arm strength to do that. You can put them on your leg, support them, and then do the bounce. Another thing you can do if you don't have one that spits up a lot is put them all the way across and then just do a really gentle bounce with your legs. Or you can do it standing and do the same type of thing and use your whole body for that jiggle. So that's the wiggle and the jiggle. Again, alternating what you do changes up the stress, that repetition that you're putting directly on their spine, which is their highway of communication. So finding what works best for your kiddo is really helpful so that you're not doing the repetition and the constant pat on their spine.